Okay, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. We've got our amazing tech team here and also Elsa with me here in the Geneva office. So we're gonna have you probably all know we're incredibly busy building, and there's lots of amazing stuff to talk about. We're gonna have like a relatively brief AMA today, so I'm gonna go through things relatively quickly. We're trying to be as engaged as we can with the community in the Telegram and the Discord. So other questions that you've got, drop it into the Telegram or Discord, and Max will pick it up and we'll try to answer it as we go through the AMA. So the first thing that I want to announce is that we had talked about having a public sale of the tokens. And I've decided not to do that at the moment. I don't think it's the right time to do it, because we want to make sure that our product is out there, that it's live, that it's in, that it's has lots of opportunity for people to use it, to get our marketing really fired up. Our marketing is starting slow, but we're gradually going to ramp it up from now until the 15th. So the public sale of tokens, to be honest, everybody who holds Fluid tokens like me and the team obviously wants the number to go up and to be very high. And, selfishly, as a businessman, I'm not sure it's best to be selling tokens right now until we get more of more of our news out there, because there's just so much amazing stuff that's coming. And I guess the other thing is we don't need to raise money. Costs are actually very high. We're hiring more and more people. We hired a Golang dev yesterday. We hired a Vue.js developer as well recently. We hired an accounting senior. We've added more to our legal team. We've got a copywriter who's joining. There's a lot of, the team is growing a lot. But to be honest, we don't need the money. I'm gonna keep funding this, and we're gonna raise money where we can raise it on the best possible prices for me and for the team, and for those of you that hold Fluid tokens. So we will probably do a public sale. I just want to delay it by a little bit. Everybody who holds Fluid tokens will get the opportunity to buy in at a discounted price if you want to stick with us as a believer. For the for the exit mechanism, the rage quit, as I think everybody knows, my preference was really to reopen the pools immediately after we had essentially created the Fluid tokens. Some of the OGs, particularly in the community, and I had a number of discussions where they felt it was too soon. People didn't know the new story. We've been getting our tech together. We're getting our marketing together. I hired a marketing agency in London led by a really amazing superstar. There's actually two of them at the top, Mark and Ryan. It's a full team of 8 people. They're getting themselves, organized, trying to figure out, crypto. Some of them more crypto than others, but they're incredibly passionate about it. They're going to get paid in crypto. We're going to make them full degens. I've signed a contract that they're going to work full time for us for at least the next 6 months. So there's a lot of cool marketing coming. We also have our friends at Real Vision, and we have our advisors and other people who are going to be working on this. But for the rage quit, there's just, it's unfortunate, but as as a proper company here in Switzerland, capitalized, really well capitalized, first time in ETH, it's got a lot of controls on it. We're applying for a banking license here in Switzerland. I need a lot of legal advice, and I need a lot of legal approvals before I do things. So for the rage quit, I need to produce a prospectus. We're working on that. Even after that, there's some difference of opinions about me repurchasing the shares versus the company repurchasing it. Don't get me wrong, I'm really upset by all the FUD that I hear. I still get a lot of angry DMs. I'd prefer those people that don't want to believe in the Fluid vision to get out. So I would like to open that rage quit mechanism more than anybody else. I'll do that as soon as possible. Just waiting on the lawyers. So other than that, big picture, the team is growing. We're stay focused on what we think is the heart of our company, which is building. And building essentially means trying to create essentially this union of CeFi and DeFi, so it's seamless within our products. I see the company essentially as doing 2 things. One is providing an amazing infrastructure, which is essentially the ability to go seamlessly from your bank account into crypto and back. a few people have said, kind of like I joked about it on a video recently, that it's as if like, your bank and Coinbase had a love child. That would be Fluid Finance. That's the infrastructure part. But what's even more interesting is our products. And so there's just some incredible products coming, because once we've created this bridge, it allows us essentially to move real world assets seamlessly on chain, and also to take the benefits of DeFi seamlessly into a traditional bank account. So lots of really, really cool stuff coming. Those are the big picture announcements. I really want to turn it over to like our tech guys, because this is what makes the company incredible. So Amadeo, do you want to talk a bit about tech, and then let's go through the team, and you introduce the team, Amadeo, and tell us, then they can tell us each individually what they're doing.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. And a lot of stuff happening at the same time, but it's great. We're moving forward, definitely. So I just can confirm, actually, right now on live stream, I just received my €5 that I sent yesterday from my TransferWise account, basically to our production environment. And we're now testing with, instead of like with test money, we're testing with real money now, and that's going okay. But as you can imagine, a lot of small tweaks here and there that we together as a team will overcome. And Bart will in this call demo the mobile app, and Igor will show a little bit of the admin panel that he's working on. And I can also announce, if anybody is in New York City, we will be sponsoring a event. It's called GN NFT, and it will be actually in a former bank, right? So say GN to NFT New York City by shutting down a former bank. So we will basically sponsor an NFT event in an old bank in New York City, and that's what most banks will become. They will become hotels. They will become, like maybe museums or something. And yeah, we want to be a new bank, and we want to basically have people, as Robert already said, easily go in and out of crypto, and then in crypto give them all the tools and etc. that they need to be their own, be sovereign individuals and be their own bank. And also, of course, do some liquidity providing, get some yields, and then go back into fiat and spend it where people accept fiat. But our belief is also that maybe someday you don't have to go back into fiat, and you can just spend your code to other people. So that's a lot of stuff we're working on. Yeah, maybe I can give the word to Bart, and Bart can explain a little bit about the mobile app. And also, before I give it to Bart, I would like to encourage everybody to check out our beta, sign up, and test it out, and give us your feedback, and try to mint some of your own fiat USD on the web app. So I would like everybody to do that. Okay, Bart, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Amadeo. So do you see the mobile app at the moment? I'm sharing it.
Yes.
Perfect. So yeah, so we are focusing now mainly on the web app, getting that live, but in the background, we're definitely also working hard on the mobile app, which is going to be more focused for the normies, so for the retail people. Well, here you see the mobile app. We're building it with Flutter, which is a cross-platform framework new from Google. It's like a few years old, but it's really flexible, and we can build really cool looking apps with it. Bear with us, we're still heavily in production on the mobile app, so sometimes things don't look maybe perfectly, but we are definitely going to refine that real soon, and hopefully bring out the app also soon into the App Store and the Google Play Store. So this is basically the first screen what you see after you are signed up and did a KYC. You can see here your total wealth amount, and we have a few options where you can go to. So let me just go to our wallet. There's some small animations there. So here you see our wallets. We have now at the moment 4 currencies. As I understand, we're going to be adding new currencies pretty soon. We're going to do that a bit slow because there are some restrictions to it, and we need to figure out how we're going to do it also front-end wise and back-end wise. But at the moment, we have 4 currencies. Just as the web app, we have nice drag and drop feature. If that works, there you go. So you can just drag and drop it. I have now euros, let's drop it over the USD, and we see right away the exchange. And we also have the quick amount selector. Let's go all degen. This is basically working similar as in the mobile app. And here I've done some exchange. Here we can see the history. You can see your transaction history, the euros. We also can send money, recipe list. So it's basically working all the same as in the web app. What is a bit different, I think, or we're also going to make it in the web app, but we have now begun on the My Savings. Bear with us, this is basically just the front end. We have not connected yet to the back end, but it's super easy to start it. You have your start your savings, and you can select an amount that you want to save. Let's say I want to save for study. I always need to study more. Add savings. You click an agreement. You can read some information about it. Here you can see how much interest rate you have confirmed, and that's basically how you would start a savings product. We don't have yet when you started it, but that will be coming really soon. And I hope maybe next week or like maybe 2 weeks we can show how the saving product work. Yeah, well, that's basically for the mobile app. We also want to start with investment, but that comes later with my borrowings. That's definitely coming later. What is still coming up later is also, well, we want to improve the styling and the look and feel, definitely. We want to also do some extra security so that your privacy is more secure in the mobile app while using it. And also want to start, I think, with the virtual cards. That will be a really nice feature to have. So yeah, that's basically for the mobile app. And I'm doing this all together. We work in a small team together with another developer, Leonid. He is he's working from St. Petersburg. He's doing an awesome job also. So I really hope that yeah, we're gonna work really hard on the mobile app, and soon we can publish this also live to the people, so they can also start testing it. So that's about it. We have some other features also. It's an emulator. I cannot show everything. We have biometric security in there, and so we're really trying to make like a full working app. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Bart. That's amazing work. And yeah, so as Bart said, first we focus on the mobile app, getting that live, getting as much people as possible to mint fiat USD, and then provide liquidity to a to CRV pool at Curve Finance on Arbitrum. And yeah, that's the first main focus. And then afterwards, we want to release the mobile app as well, so that we get more volume for our pairs as well. Yeah. All right, Igor, do you have something to show as well?
Unfortunately, nothing so exciting as Bart showed, because the most of work that we are doing is not actually so visible. So most important thing that you will actually see in both web app and the mobile app later on is the thing that we discussed a few times already, is the actual weekend exchange. So we talked about this. It's not possible with the traditional banking system to exchange your currency over the weekend. So one of the things that we are doing at Fluid.ch is ability to overcome this. And finally, it is working in our app. It doesn't really matter whatever it's web, mobile, anywhere, you would be able to exchange the fiat over the weekend. And the only thing that I wanted to share very briefly is the thing that you potentially will not see, but just to highlight the actual progress there. We are not only working on the actual user experience, but a lot of the back office stuff as well, because we need to be clear about what's going on in our systems. And we are doing this back office or admin panel, we call it, for the actual stuff that we do. And currently, the currencies that we discussed are actually enabling on the fly. So we can enable all other currencies from here as well. Not go to detail, just showing that's a lot of work you unfortunately don't see, but we are doing a lot. That's it.
Because Igor, in the back end, I mean, with Currency Cloud, we can provide up to 32 different currencies. And do you remember correctly that that's already integrated in the back end?
It's just a matter of enabling each and every one. And actually, one thing that I forget to mention is the real money investing that we need to support. Actually, the truth is that each currency is handled differently by the actual banks, and each and every one of them has a specific issues or problems potentially. So for us, we already kind of implemented all 32, but it will take much more time to test each one of those. So they will be rolled out, not all together, unfortunately.
Well, actually, we can't roll them out all together because the marketing people will go crazy. So what we need to do is we need to, like you and Bart, like when you sync essentially the back end and the front end, and we introduce, I don't know, Danish krona or whatever, Thai baht or, whatever, Japanese yen. What the marketing team wants to do is they want to have a specific marketing campaign for that week. We advertise that now we're live with, a different currency. That they want to combine that also with, the website is being translated into Spanish, French, Italian, Dutch, and Russian. And they're also going to roll that out. They don't want us to do it all at the same time. So it's coming out like on a week by week basis as we advertise it. So I think we've started with 4 because those are 4 kind of most used here in Europe probably. So anyway, that's great. The other thing is that Igor is going to be our lead writer for Reddit, because the Reddit community is a huge audience that we want to bring into crypto. My vision is like for mass adoption of crypto and DeFi, and now people can seamlessly go from like their bank account into crypto and back. So they should never be using exchanges anymore. Eventually in the future, we're going to like introduce tokenized securities, so they shouldn't be using Robinhood or Etar or whatever anymore. So to speak to that community, Igor is going to do it because he's like he's the full engineer type that they want to hear from. So
yeah, I think that Reddit, actually guys, feel free to take a look at our links already on the Reddit. Our own Reddit page is empty for now. We are not too big yet for our own subreddit yet. It is there, but we don't maintain it yet enough. But it will be much bigger in future. And of course, with your help, potentially we will extend it. And I think the Reddit is the future because you don't need to register. You don't need to be in one place. And hopefully, guys, you will be able to come with us on this journey.
I think Tatiana is setting like the link on our website up to your personal Reddit to encourage you to write
really?
more. So
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So she thought it'd be a way to encourage you to like, lead the Reddit team. So it's part of our big marketing push. We're not doing it right now, but after the 15th, as we launch our products, we're very focused on getting the Reddit community, Wall Street bets, people like that, to convert them into full crypto degens. So, okay, who else? How about Nikolai? What are you doing?
Hey team, hey community. There was a lot of work, and I think Bart and Igor mentioned everything we've done in these weeks. But I want to add that we are hiring. We hired a great senior Vue.js developer, as Robert said. We hired backend engineer, Golang developer, and we are searching for senior DevOps in European time zone because we need our servers to be supported for real time. And if you are a talented DevOps engineer, please join us.
That's great. And you and Igor are working with Amazon Prime Wolverine, who we've taken from our community, right? So really excited that like, obviously he's an amazing guy, amazing coder. He's learning, I think he didn't code in Golang, right? So he's learning both Golang and Russian the last time I talked to him.
Yeah, correct. Here, sometimes in our chats, we started to discuss something in Russian, and Alex, Amazon Prime Wolverine, tries to understand us. And sometime I think he can speak Russian. he can start to speak Russian, and yeah, but he was really a brilliant. He found for us, and I think the speed he deliver features and fixing bugs. We can, with that speed, we can be sure that all the features, all our ideas will be in production much faster than we expected.
That's great. All right, Nick, do you want to talk about, Nick is the tip of the spear for our attack, for putting a DeFi first strategy. So what have you been working on?
A lot, yeah. So first of all, we rolled out probably 20 to 30 updates to the web app last week. Most people don't realize that, but whenever you refresh, you're probably on a newer version that has some minor improvements. We also deployed the latest version of the fiat USD smart contract. We had to make some minor changes there. The last to do that was on that list was only an edge case of an edge case, and only in the compliance part, and not nothing to do with security or something. But yeah, we are now on the final version. Tests have gone well. We also tested the fees, the fee mechanisms that might provide revenue for the DeFi Bridge DAO in the future. Yeah, the smart contract is ready now for mainnet deployment. We are running the last real money tests on the CeFi side. And when all of that is done, then we can go live there. And aside from that, yeah, I started working on a savings product, which is going to be kind of exciting, but we are probably going to talk more about that in the future.
We'll definitely talk more about it. We'll definitely talk more about it later, but it was really cool. You know, I know mainly you you just stay by yourself and focus on amazing coding, but you were good enough to come to Geneva recently and sat down with our lawyers and tax advisors and accountants, and actually got like your outline for the savings product, which is a full crypto-based product. Got that signed off, right, by all of our professional advisors. I mean, their heads kind of exploded, but after they put it back together, they ended up saying yes.
Yeah, it's always kind of funny when new people that are not very familiar with crypto come in, but it's also, yeah, a lot of fun to show them this new world. And we had the lawyers, the tax advisors, some big investors that were very interested in seeing what we are doing. Now recently, the marketing team that has come in is also not really crypto native. So I'm trying to get them to understand some memes and some degen stuff. But yeah, sooner or later, we will get them all over to the dark side.
Nick is sending me memes every day, so I'm also getting there.
I need to stay sharp with the meme game, otherwise, yeah.
That's great. That's really great.
Yeah, and talking about memes, we're going to actually my brother is working on a NFT that we want to airdrop at the conference, and also we're going to see like probably all the people that actually sign up for the account. We will drop them a really cool NFT, and that's we're still working on that, but I hope to release probably before the 4th for sure, because then is the event. So more information about that to follow.
As kind of initially a TradFi banker, I mean, like, obviously I love the space. Philosophically, I couldn't be more well aligned with the space, but like the speed of change is like just overwhelming. So the company, the rest of you convinced me to go into NFTs. So a lot more information coming about that, but it's pretty cool. So, okay, Elsa, what do you have to say in baguette, en français?
Sounds a bit, I cannot hear. Yeah.
Non, mais ça va, c'est bon. Je t'entends bien. Anyway, I think we're going to do more. We're definitely going to do more AMAs as well. We know we have like an amazing and large French community And c'est sûr que nous allons avoir d'autres conversations, d'autres AMA en français avec eux, avec la communauté française. So we'll definitely arrange that. I know many people. Je sais aussi qu'il y a plusieurs personnes de la communauté française qui m'ont contacté à travers plusieurs différents réseaux, et je vais répondre à tout le monde. Ça prend juste un peu de temps, excusez-moi, il y a juste tellement de choses à faire, mais je vais répondre, ça c'est sûr. So what else do we have to talk about? I did a video with my friend Jessica to, just recently, which was really, really cool. One of our advisors, Damian Horner, who I just really rely on. It's been, professionally and also personally, it's been a little bit of a difficult time over the last 5 weeks. And Damian has just been unbelievable. So I really appreciate Damian helping produce a video and getting it out across the Real Vision platform. This is really the slow start of our marketing. You're going to see that seriously ramp up from now until the 15th. I talked in that video about airdrops. We are definitely going to be airdropping some DBD tokens. That's the DeFi Bridge DAO token. We are moving our treasury and mint functions out of the Swiss company into the community governed organization, the DAO. All these details are to come. I have a Medium article on Fluid Finance. I have a Medium article that's going to come on the DeFi Bridge DAO. Those are going to come out just as soon as possible. Again, like some things are with the lawyers, some things, we're still waiting on the tokenomics. Amadeo and I are working with Lisa Tan from Economics Design out of Singapore. Really excited about the DAO. There's lots of really, really cool stuff that I'd love to talk about. The amount of work on the tech side and everything else is kind of overwhelming, but we are definitely going to do an airdrop for everybody basically who supports Fluid Finance and the DAO. So that includes people signing up to test, that includes people signing up on our list for our product going live. And Amadeo, we're going to do airdrops for other things as well. Do you want to talk about like the pools and like staking and just as an outline? And this will be a retroactive airdrop as well.
So what's important, of course, what's important, there's like the exact rules for the airdrop. If you want to be, if you want to get the airdrop, are still to come, but it's correct. We probably are planning a retroactive airdrop. So when the bank, when Fluid Finance, the challenger bank, is live, we are planning to do retroactive airdrops, probably to people that mint fiat USD with their fiat, and then provide liquidity to a Curve liquidity pool. We will make that very easy for everybody to do, and the people that do that probably get a retroactive airdrop. The details of that are we need to still need to really still put on paper, because there's just so much options. Like when you think about tokenomics, there's a lot of different directions that we can go to. But now with the DeFi Bridge DAO, we're planning to have FluidFi as a security tokens, more like real shares in the Fluid Finance company, and the DeFi Bridge DAO is basically a protocol that mints and redeems the stable coins and later also other real world assets. More on that to come later. If you go to the FluidFi forum.fluidfi.ch, you can already see some of the deep thinking. So I would like to invite everybody that wants to has some deep thoughts, go to the forum and then talk and brainstorm together, because I want to make that process as transparent and open as possible so that everybody can give their feedback. And for more also tech talk or Degen talk, we can all go to Reddit or Telegram or Discord.
Just to be clear as well, it's also, we've been working for the past month or so with Lisa and her team quite deeply into the tokenomics, into the financial modeling of it. And I think you can say that we've made a decision on one of the options we had, which is essentially was the buyback and distribute model, which we chose. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. Yeah. So basically what we're thinking about doing, and this is of course still in the works, but yesterday we had a tokenomics design meeting with Lisa and her team, and we are basically following a very similar model to Curve, where we want to incentivize pools but the fee that the pools will generate will automatically be bought back into DBD tokens, and then you can actually get more DBD tokens by staking your tokens. And the more the application gets used, the more buyback volume there will be. So it's a little bit like what we see now with the Curve CRV tokens that are live. You can see a war going on all the different protocols that want to have a pool on Curve and want to get that juicy liquidity boosting from Curve. Something similar we will do with the DeFi Bridge DAO, and then hopefully, or probably we get other like mid-tier banks or other real-world asset initiators to join the DeFi Bridge DAO and to also hook into the system. And for them to be part of that system, they will need to buy or get DBD tokens in order to boost their liquidity in their pools. So that's a very short explanation of that. I would like to, when everything is more clear, I would like to, of course, make a whole token economic design video, how the process went, and what design decisions we made and why we made them. And that will come after, well, the first of 15 is the Fluid token go live. Then we want to have the web app in production so people can actually sign up and deposit their fiat and go into this new world of DeFi. And then after that, we were going to basically retroactively decide how we're going to airdrop and distribute the DBD tokens. So more on that to come very soon.
So we spent a lot of time getting into all the details, the financial models, the design aspects of of the token model. But at the end of the day, for me, it's about two things. It's about encouraging mass adoption, and it's about getting the price to go up. So, all right, Nick, do you want to talk about, or Amadeo too, should we talk a bit about what will happen on the 15th? Because November 15th at 12 noon, Swiss time, we're going to unlock the tokens and create pools.
Well, we will not do anything actually. It's just a contract that does it. So it's programmed in the stars. It's in the code. Like on the 15th, the tokens will be unlocked. So right now, people that have their Fluid tokens cannot transfer it because you can release a token and then lock the transfer function for a while. And what we did, we picked a certain timestamp, and then the tokens will be unlocked, and we will then create a pool. Also, what's very important to say, because I know some people are watching, they had an Argent wallet or they bought into the dumping of Mr. and basically they will get they will still get the airdrop that we're waiting for, setting up the Gnosis vaults there, but that's kind of almost done. So people with Argent wallets, don't worry, before the 15th you will get your Fluid tokens, and then at the 15th automatically basically the contract unlocks your tokens. There's nothing that we actually can do or will have to do that. And then we will create a pool probably on Sushi, but anybody can create a pool and anybody can trade and list the tokens wherever they want to in DeFi. So it's up to the community and up to us then to spread the word and get more people in our community via that way. Yeah.
Okay, Nick, tell us more about what you're thinking about for the 15th.
Yeah, Amadeo already said most of it. The smart contract will automatically unlock the tokens. Before that, we will have created the pool. Yeah, and then trading can commence.
Okay, and you're super keen on SushiSwap, I think, right?
Yes, I personally would always go for SushiSwap. I mean, Uniswap was the first big AMM, so big respect for that for them. Personally, I think SushiSwap is a bit more aligned with our values. They are developing a lot faster. They are a bit more cutting edge DeFi. They have a lot of cool stuff coming up. They have a token that is actually getting revenue from the platform usage. They have OpenMEV integration, which will probably provide gasless, feeless trades. Not sure if that's going to be on Arbitrum initially, but on Arbitrum, the fees are also much lower, so that's not that big of an issue. They have limit orders for quite a while. They are on, I think, 14 different chains already. So yeah, from my perspective, they are just further out there and more aligned with what we are trying to do. So yeah, it's a discussion that we are having, but I personally definitely am looking more towards Sushi, especially now that Amadeo has made some connections there. We might even be able to take advantage of some dual liquidity mining programs or something that just doesn't exist on Uniswap. So yeah, overall, I personally, as a degen, I would go for sushi.
Yeah, and I see also John actually saying that we need to have a tri-pool at Curve, and I fully agree with that. And we're talking with the team to see if we can set up a pool as well on Curve, because Curve is also coming out with a version 2, and that means that we can have like a little bit like balancer kind of pools, so that it could be fiat USD, ETH, and CRV, or ETH and BTC, whatever we want. So more, yeah, let's see how that evolves as well. Yeah, and on sushi onsen, I really agree with that, and I'm trying to see how we can. I'm trying to reach out to the correct people at sushi. So if anybody has some good context there, please, yeah, let me know. We would like to launch on the Onse platform potentially, but that's, yeah, that would be great if we can do that, and that's working on. Oh, and also pretty cool, I made a DeFi 101 Reloaded, and that will be soon released on the Ivan on Tech Academy, for what basically the Morales Academy. Ivan just closed a round of $13.8 million, and they basically educate developers how to get from Web 2 to Web 3. But they also educate just people wanting to learn about DeFi. And what we did with the DeFi 101 course, first DeFi 101 course was more focused on only developers, or not only developers, but mostly also the technical side. I was like teaching, okay, how do you make your own, how do you fork MakerDAO, and how do you make your own front end for MakerDAO? So that's what we did in DeFi 101. Now it's a little bit more broad, and DeFi 101 is just like the basic explanations. And Josh Cross from also here also has his own channel. Together with him, I created that new course. We will have, when that is live, we will have discount codes for fluid.ch community members that also want to do that course. So that could be interesting. Nice. Any questions maybe from the community, or anybody has some questions for us, or anybody?
Do we have some, Max? Do we have some questions from the community we can go through? I saw just a couple. I'm trying to follow it, where some people were a little bit disappointed about not having a public sale, but if you hold Fluid tokens like I do, and like the team does, you shouldn't be disappointed, because it means if people like Fluid, the only place to buy it is going to be on, you know, SushiSwap or whatever, where it means there's not going to be that supply available from the treasury basically of the company. So it means, yeah, we're not selling tokens. The company's not going to be selling tokens. Obviously, I'm not going to sell my tokens anyway, because like I'm going to lock that up for, you know, for 5 years, because like I think this company in 5 years is going to be the largest bank alternative in the world, something bigger than Amazon. So I'm definitely not a seller. You should be happy that we're not selling in a public sale either, because if somebody wants to buy the tokens, the token price will go up on the exchange. We're always going to provide benefits for our community. So Fluid token holders will always have a lot of benefits. Those include like buying at like discounted prices when we do a sale in the future, when our app is out there, it's more widely used. We've had our marketing campaign running for a while. That's why I've signed a marketing campaign, you know, full time with 8 people from this amazing agency in London that's going to go on for like, you know, 6 months. So, you know, I mean, we're hoping to look. I don't need the money. The company doesn't need the money. We're hiring like crazy, but also like, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, it's a really amazing team. We've created a great culture here, but you know, we're also interested in the price going up. So we're not basically not selling at what we consider probably as a lower price than it should be after we've done marketing, and after the products are out there, and after we're starting to deliver like the web app, the mobile app, products, etc. So
yeah, and what's also important, I saw in the chat, somebody is like, are we still going live on Arbitrum? Yes, we go live on Arbitrum, and he said the volume dropped on Arbitrum. Well, that's, I mean, it didn't increase as drastically as before, but there's still a TVL of around $2.6 billion. So I think that's quite a lot of liquidity, I guess.
But we're there particularly for we're also there. That's it's secured by essentially the security of Ethereum, and that for us is like our home chain. That's the safest chain, I think. And it's all the transaction speeds are amazing for like what we want to do for our minting, right? Is that right, Nick? Have I got that right?
Yes, absolutely. That's going to be the first one. So it will be possible to mint and redeem for everybody at super low cost, but we will probably also roll out rather fast to different chains, especially now with the savings product. Right now, the best yield opportunities are on layer 1, Ethereum layer 1, at least with the risk reward ratios that we are looking for. So we potentially might need to go to layer 1 anyway for the savings product. And to do that, we would definitely deploy then fiat USD and the other stablecoins to Ethereum layer 1.
Yeah, so fiat USD, the stablecoin like landing page, or that landing page, I think Tatiana is just about finished coding that up. I think she had a few last questions, maybe to you, Nick, and a few others, but that's ready to go live imminently. And Torab is leading our charge on 2 other chains. So I know that he's extremely keen on Solana, and he's really pushing to have fiat USD launched on Solana. So we'll see. I mean, it's a stable coin. It should be widely, it should be widely available. And it's such a better stable coin than it exists out there. It's like, it's like transparent, it's one-to-one backed. I mean, essentially comes like with a bank account where you can seamlessly go between, crypto and like a real world account. So do you remind everybody about the oracles, Nick, and where we are with the oracles for the stablecoin?
Yeah, initially we will run our own oracles, or the DBD will run the oracles, and they will monitor the treasury accounts on the CeFi side and update their values on chain, which will then either lead to a mint of new tokens if there was an inflow on the treasury account, or it will release the pending redeem tokens if it is an outflow of the treasury account. I think there have been some questions about that. Maybe we can do like a more technical Q&A session about that soon in the future, maybe on Discord or on Twitter or something. So if people are really interested in the details of the stablecoin, then I'd be happy to answer the more technical details there in a separate session, maybe.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, Max, any other questions? I don't see them quite so well.
Yeah, someone from the community asked what release date we are working towards for the web app, if it's possible to put a rough date on it just yet.
Well, it's working live. Amadeo just sent $5 in from TransferWise. And I, like a while ago, sent a bunch of money to Nikolai. And so I know he's been testing it with real money, It's a sign of how much I trust like our Russian backend team that I wired a bunch of money to St. Petersburg, and it's still there. He's still there. So it's good. So good. When are we going to open the doors, Amadeo? Igor?
Yeah, so basically the beta, I just dropped a link to the beta that everybody can, of course, sign up there and test it, etc. Yeah, when we were opening up the doors, yeah, there's a lot of questions, and I think we want to keep the accounts in the beginning. We're going to do a slow rollout, so we're going to keep it a little bit more exclusive. So probably people that are high in our leaderboard of our communities and things like that, they will get first access, and then slowly we're going to roll it out to more people. Yeah, the exact date of that I cannot give right now, because there's also maybe some compliance questions, etc. Let's say we open up the doors and somebody sends in like $1 million. Well, then that's great, but I think some of our legal infrastructure there that we need to figure that out, and that's always slowing us down. Of course, like there's a lot of legal steps there, but we have a lot of amazing lawyers and an amazing team that is figuring out all those questions. So if you would ask me,
but just so you know, the legal side for like all of our operations is all totally signed off. It's all done. Compliance is also all signed off and done, and $1 million, this is Switzerland. This is, there's a lot of money here. It's like $1 million. We're open to crypto whales as well. So, Look, I think the answer is that this is Amadeus absolutely right. Like we're going to do this on an exclusive basis. And we always favor our community. We favor people who hold fluid tokens. So we're going to make this clear in a number of articles, but there are some and it's in my signature article, which is going to come out soon on Medium, our manifesto. And that makes clear like the fluid token, what the benefits are of holding the fluid tokens. But one of them is you get premium banking. Another one is you get like early access to all of the products. Another one, of course, if you hold fluid tokens, you get a much larger, an extra airdrop of DBD tokens. So there's quite a few cool things there. Initially we talked about like minting, like about a fees we're going to charge. So we have a great side-by-side chart that compares us to Coinbase, Tether, banks, other on-off ramps and stuff, just like how much quicker it is and how much cheaper it is to use fluid finance. So I think that we were charging fees of around 0.5% for people to use use our bridge. And if you had the fluid tokens, I would be 0.1. So it'd be much cheaper. We'll go into all those details, but yeah, fluid token holders get a discount on like upcoming sales. This is really intended to support the long-term price of the fluid token. So, that's the idea.
Someone is also asking if it's possible to use a FluidFi without a MetaMask account on the mobile app.
Yeah, I saw that. We are using MetaMask basically as a two-factor authentication mechanism for the crypto native people. So on the web app, we've decided to go for the signatures from MetaMask, even for CeFi transaction that don't happen on chain. For the mobile app, it will be a bit different. And
Bart, tell us about, oh, sorry.
Yeah, if there is a lot of demand, we might look into different options, but we are not the biggest fans of like Google Authenticator or PIN codes and stuff like that. So we thought we go with the crypto native solution and use MetaMask signatures.
Yeah, on the mobile side, it will be a bit more difficult. So we're definitely working on that. So hopefully we can get it in quickly also. But yeah, we need to figure out how to really get that working.
But I'm a big fan of like this being something that leads to mass adoption. So I really want somebody to use like fluid finance as like an alternative bank account, like rather than using whatever Wells Fargo or Revolut or whatever, you use fluid finance. And like really this amazing like connection we've built between these two different worlds, CeFi and DeFi. We want those benefits to flow into a normal bank account without people, having to be able to like connect up their Web3 wallet, right? So we definitely want that in our mobile app, that like normies, so to speak, can use it, because normies are like 99% of the population, right? So I know Galena goes a little bit crazy when it has to be like too complex or like, so yeah, Bart, that is something, right, in the mobile app that like you can use. It's got the same underlying infrastructure that Revolut has, right? Like we've built into like, Igor and the backend team have like connected it to Currency Cloud and others. And so like you could actually use it just as like you would use Revolut. It's just, it also has the crypto side benefits. Either you do it with your, with your MetaMask, or you do it, we can do it on a custodial basis as well, where it's all just kind of invisible to the user.
Right. I think that's going to be the way to go. But I also talked to Amadeo a little bit about, can we maybe connect that? But Amadeo is also saying like, yeah, and I think he makes a good point. What is really the use of doing that on the mobile app? Because you want to go be on a desktop anyway to use your crypto into Uniswap or whatever. So I think we need to figure out on the mobile app definitely how to make it as easy as possible, and just have like we have for the savings. It's basically one click and you start your savings product, which Nick is building. And then,
Because most people, to be honest, they don't care about like, crypto, which chain it's on, right, what your consensus mechanism is. Like nobody really, like 99% of the people don't care. What they care is they can get 3% fully insured, right? Or 6% at a really low risk. And like, so that's okay. The first target group is like crypto users and DGEDs or whatever, but like the total addressable market, the game plan is like the you know, 70 something trillion dollar global banking market. So.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also something we would love to listen to our user base, right? So over time, we'll see, like, I think Kane from Synthetics had this really long thread about DeFi and the next steps, where he also says, like, well, you know, we will hopefully we'll see more DeFi applications also interacting with mobile apps, et cetera, But for now, it's all desktop based. And I think also the people that really, that privacy and security is like really important for their DeFi assets. They probably want to do it on in the web interface, especially if you have bigger amounts of value that you're transferring in. But from in the mobile app, yeah, we're also going to make it very secure with one click, and you're in the saving product. And then if people want to go more degen, or if they want to learn like what is actually happening on the background with the saving product, they can go to the web app, or they can go to Etherscan or whatever, and they can see their actual flows of money there as well.
Yeah. So to be clear, like we've segmented into two different groups. The first group is people like Kane Warwick, right? And the second group is like people like, you know, your mom or your grandmother or something like that, right? So that's the idea. So, okay, do we have any other, I know we've got a lot still to do today. Do we have other questions?
Just to be clear, people are asking if holders of Fluid will also get DBD tokens without providing liquidity.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will be airdropped them. Yes, if you hold Fluid tokens, you get all those benefits, including the airdrop of DBD tokens.
Great, that's all from me.
Okay, anybody else? Any other questions? Elsa, tu vois des différentes questions en français? What do you? No, you're just the French community giving you a bad time.
No, it's Nick.
Nick, Nick, and I blame French people. It's so terrible. Okay, all right. Thanks everybody. That was really amazing. I know we have some other things still to do today. So thanks everybody. Let's you know, let's keep building this, and let's get this out to our community just as soon as we can. Thanks to everybody for bearing with us. You know, you're going to see this. You know, we've implemented this idea of radical transparency across the company. You're going to see exactly how it is in real time. Some things are going to work really well. Some things are, you know, not. That's just, you know, that's just life. We're a bit slow on some things, but, you know, marketing is stepping up. Like the tech that's coming is just mind blowing. So anyway, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.